And although we appreciate the recent change in tone from the Iranian government on this issue, we will be looking for specific steps that address core issues, such as the pace and scope of its enrichment program, the transparency of its overall nuclear program, and its stockpiles of enrichment. The P5+1 is seeking an agreement that ultimately resolves all of the international community's concerns about Iran's nuclear program, and while we negotiate, we will continue to keep up the economic pressure on Iran, which has brought about the occasion for at least the prospect of making progress.
Well, obviously they wouldn't be having conversations and technical discussions if it wasn't worth taking the time to do that. But there's a back and forth, as you know, that happens at negotiations. That's what they're doing now, and I expect we'll have more of a readout or an evaluation tomorrow. Well, Congress, of course, has been an incredibly important partner in this effort to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. And I think most people would argue that we wouldn't be at this point where the pressure is so severe on the Iranians that they would consider coming back with a proposal had that pressure not been in place. And we all know the history here that President Rouhani ran on the platform of reforming the economy, helping grow the economy there, and easing of the sanctions is, of course, an essential part of that. So you've also seen, just to go through the history of the last couple of weeks, that Under Secretary Sherman did make the point that not putting in place new sanctions before the conclusion of these talks was a step that we asked for. But beyond that, any step we would take would have to be proportional to the steps the Iranians took, and that's what we're evaluating now. I can't predict for you whether any steps will be taken on our side at all. But Congress is, of course, an important partner in this. We've been briefing them regularly, talking with them regularly about our strategy here, and I'm sure that that will commence when these discussions complete over the next couple of days. There's not, of course, agreement on, as would be no surprise from just 36 hours or 48 hours of talks. There remain differences in what sanctions relief might be appropriate. They had specific and candid discussions about that. I'm not going to outline for you, and I don't have anything to outline for you on what may happen in the future or a prediction of what may happen in the future. Anything we would do would be proportionate